So we're going to go over creating some, putting in some furniture and creating some interior views of a unit. I want you to do your one-bedroom unit plan. If I zoom in here, you'll see that I'm looking at my one-bedroom unit plan. If I zoom out, I really don't want that furniture to show on this plan. I want it to show on my unit plan, but not on this plan. So I really want to show it. I want it to show up on this plan, but I don't want it to show up on my entire building plan. So we'll go back to the first floor plan. And for right now, if I just click on the furniture, I could right-click and hide in view that category, right? And then all the furniture should disappear. But there's other elements that are in here as well. I'm going to undo that for a second. And get that furniture back in. Another way to do that is to go over here and go under visibility graphics, and on this plan hide the furniture here, apply that, okay, and it goes away as well. So there's two different ways of doing that. Okay, I brought in something from Revit City that is furniture here. It's a coffee table. But for whatever reason, when I brought it in from Revit City, it didn't put it in with furniture, obviously, because it didn't get hidden. So I'm going to hide in view whatever category that came in with. Okay, so that goes away. I got some light fixtures here. Again, if I go over to visibility graphics, electrical fixtures are turned off here, but they're showing up. So is it under electrical equipment, maybe? I'll just say, I don't want to hide electrical equipment, do I? Because I do have a electrical panel in my mechanical room that I don't want to hide, so I'll just say okay. And I can just go in here and hide and view that category. So you want to be careful about what's being hidden and what's not. So I put in a couple of little picture frames that sit on some end tables. They're in a different category. Hide and view that category. Okay, so that pretty much got rid of them here. But if I go click on my one-bedroom unit plan, everything's still there because I only hid it in that other view, right? So this is where I wanted to see it anyway. So I brought in my master bedroom here, I brought in a bed and some end tables and a lamp that's sitting on the end table, a picture frame that's sitting on the end table here, a dresser, a floor lamp that sits over here by the chair. And so I've done some things like that. And some of this stuff is within the program, and some of it I went and found in Revit City. So you can use either place. In my living room, I put a couch and a couple of chairs and a coffee table and an entertainment center. And in my dining room, I put in a dining room table and 4 chairs. So I've got some furniture in there. I could add more stuff, but I have that in there. Okay, and this is where I want it to show. If you were doing a house plan, you probably don't want it to show on the house plan. You could always do what? You could duplicate the view and call it a furniture layout plan or something, and have just the furniture show in that sheet, right? So you could do it that way as well. I've got a camera view of this one that I've already put in there, and we'll look at that for a second. Okay, this is my living room actually. Okay, so in my living room, you can see I have the tables, the chairs. You can see my air conditioner on the wall. You can see my entertainment center over here, and you can see part of the dining room set here. It's a different view of the living room area. And it's taking a little longer on this one. I think this must be my bedroom here. Yeah, this is my bedroom. Okay, so this is my bedroom view. And you know, it shows up kind of dark there on the screen, but on my screen here it looks fine. I even have some drapes on the windows. I have some light fixtures in the ceiling. I have a mirror on the wall here. And if I zoom in here, you'll notice that I even have a picture of myself sitting on the nightstand. So this is a picture frame that you can find in Revit City that actually, if you click on that picture frame and went to edit the type and edit the picture frame, you can bring in your own picture and put in there. So you can play with that a little bit. I guess maybe it's here. It is, edit, and you can go search and bring in a picture and put on there. Okay, I'll cancel. Okay. When you bring in things like the dresser and so forth, this dresser came in and it was actually a tall set of drawers, so it was like 6 feet tall. And when you bring it in, you can edit the properties of the dresser and change the height of it and so forth. So if something comes in that's out of proportion, you can change it. You can change the materials on it, change it to a wood dresser or a in this case, I've got an ivory matte paint on the dresser and so forth. So you can do things like that. And then once you get that done, of course, you could render the view. And let's see, where's my render at? And you can get a pretty realistic view of it with the light fixtures shining down on the chair. You can see there, and the lamp shining down, and so forth. Okay, so I'll let you work on that for a little bit. Anybody have any questions on doing that? Okay, so work on your one-bedroom unit plan. Make sure it doesn't show up on your main building floor plan, and work with that a little bit. The one thing that I have here that I need to work on a little bit is the draperies that I put on this window. I went to Revit City to see if I could find draperies, and I couldn't find any draperies. What I did find was a theater curtain. So, how big is a theater curtain? Really big, right? It was like 24 feet wide and 20-some feet tall, and so I had to modify it. So I brought it in and I modified it to work in this situation. So if I go back to my unit plan, and right now it's not showing in here because I hid it on purpose, because I'll show you why. That's how big it shows up on my unit plan, which is obviously way too big for a residential drapery system, right? But if you click on that, you can edit the family. It'll bring in this curtain system, and then in this case we can go look at that from the front here, and then I obviously adjusted the height of it, adjusted the width of it, but I haven't adjusted the drapes themselves, so I'd have to edit the sweep, and I'd have to probably look at that sweep from a different view. Okay. And somehow figure out how to make that smaller, which I haven't done yet. But you can play with that a little bit. I have to obviously adjust that sweep, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So play with that a little bit, and we'll work on this for probably the next half hour or so, and then I'm going to go over the site plan with you.